by Iraq. Okay, they're gonna go to a transition in the future.
That's Mr. Militia Man and crew. So these people like to censor information. They're a cult, which I'll get into. But I just got done posting this. It's kind of an interesting post from 2011. You can pause it and read it. I'm not going to read off the whole thing, but basically, I posted this because it's just interesting to see what was being said in 2011, which was 12 years ago, as compared to now. And if you read it, they were just as enthusiastic as they are now, and there's all kinds of good things happening. And the point here is that this could take another year or two, or maybe even 3 years. Who knows? They said in the budget that this is going to be the rate till 2025. If they're setting up their infrastructure, maybe they don't have a reason to change their currency, the exchange rate, for another year or two or three. But all of these channels on YouTube have a vested interest in keeping you hooked so they can make money. That is that's the bottom line with all these channels. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people are hanging on every single word. They defend them like they know them. It's a little bit mind-boggling, to be honest with you. This channel doesn't like you sharing links of any kind. I think they actually have all links blocked. Your comment will be deleted if you share a link. If you join their Patreon, which I did one time, and when I tried to share information in the Discord, they just came out in droves to attack. It's like a cult mentality. These people, they will tell you that they don't need any outside information, that their research is solid, and they're just completely fascist in that regard, which I did tell them. I said, well, isn't this sort of a little bit fascist if you're not going to be willing to accept other opinions or other information? And man, you talk about people going off the deep end. The guy, Peter, whatever his name is, not Bombay Peter, but I'm sure you pretty much know who I'm talking about if you've listened long enough. But this guy started talking about how his dad fought the Nazis in World War II, and he was all offended and everything by it. So, Pompey, yeah, Peter, Pompey Peter. And, I wasn't calling anybody fascist. I'm just saying the behavior is fascist. If you're not going to accept other information and you're going to silence people, that's a bit of a problem. Also, this guy, Militia Man, it's not him responding to comments, just to let you know. If you think that that's him responding to your comments, it's not. It's somebody else. And I saw evidence of this because they slipped up a couple times and said, mentioned about him referring to Militia Man and what you disagreed with him about. So it's not Militia Man responding. So, and most all these channels, pretty much any channel that has a significant amount of followers, and that's even just 23,000. I mean, certainly even more than that, these people are not responding. They have somebody that they pay to do that. Because if you're getting this many clicks and views, you're making money off YouTube. You don't need to be responding to comments yourself, and they don't. They hire somebody. So don't think that he's responding to you. That's just ridiculous. And remember, like, these people they're incentivized by clicks, views. Their whole purpose is to keep you hooked. And they're not going to be level-headed like maybe Pimpy's channel. Whether you agree or not with Pimpy, at least he doesn't hype things up. And the fact is, whether you disagree with him or not, it doesn't make your opinion any more right than anybody else, because nobody knows. And but all of these channels have a vested interest in keeping you hooked, keeping the hype train going. And you need to dial it down, take a step back, because I'm sure that quite a lot of people are making this into an unhealthy thing where they're getting consumed by it, and you don't want to do that. So, and just another thing about, these people panhandling, or pandering you for money. I ran a channel, a website, probably 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, fighting tyranny, when Alex Jones was in his freaking room with probably his phone recording things, or a small camera. I didn't ask anybody for money. I just used my own money. You don't need a ton of money to keep a website going on YouTube. That's the most ridiculous thing. Oh, if you want to keep this channel going, donate. Why don't you just do it because you have an interest in sharing information? You don't need to be pandering people for money to keep your YouTube channel going. That's the most ridiculous thing. So anyhow, you people need to think about these people's second, or I don't want to say hidden agenda, but the real meaning of their channels, which is to generate revenue and to keep you hooked by giving you information that makes it seem like this thing's right around the corner. And it may not very well be right around the corner. It could be 2 or 3 years away from now. So put your thinking cap on.